You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity ENC, and today you are checking out our official recap of WWE Friday Night SmackDown from March 15, 2024, live in Memphis, Tennessee. And to kick off SmackDown, we have The Rock coming out for his concert. He comes back out with his old school 2003 theme song. Rock grabs the mic and says, "Usually I torture every city that I'm in. Tonight it's different. This city is different. Years ago, I started right here in Memphis." And then The Rock performs a song about Cody's mom and Seth Rollins. And Rock says, last week, Cody Rhodes, he did something to The Rock. Let's take a look. And he shows a video of Cody Rhodes slapping him in the face. Rock says, "You finally grew a pair of balls." Then Cody went on to Raw. You responded by crying. The Rock wants to talk, and I know you're listening. I want to talk to your mama, Cody. Your son, Cody, took something from me, and I'm going to make you pay. We are going to win night one of WrestleMania, and I know you can't wait for your son to finish the story. Mrs. Mama Rhodes, you're going to get The Rock's belt. The Rock takes out a leather strap with The Rock's logo, and he says, I'm going to beat your son and make him bleed. I'm going to take this belt, and I'm going to hand you this belt. I'm going to whisper in your ear, Michelle, what can I say except you're welcome if you smell what the final boss is cooking. So The Rock is taking a direct hit to Cody Rhodes' mom, basically saying that she's going to destroy him. And we all think The Rock is going to turn heel turn face come WrestleMania. But for now, The Rock is fully embracing this heel Hollywood character. Moving on, we have Legado del Fantasma, the team of Berto and Angel with Elektra Lopez. They defeat the LWO after Legado get the win, after Angel kicks Joaquin Wilde hard in the chest to get a pinfall victory for their team. They move on to the tag tournament next week. Next, Caleb Braxton comes out and introduces LA Knight on the stage. LA Knight says, AJ Styles, you said I need to be humbled. Now you're talking my language. Come out and humble me. You got another week that AJ won't show up. Old Napoleon Styles making idle threats. If you don't have enough tingle to show up on SmackDown, I'm talking LA Knight, AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I might not own the place, but I will own your ass. That's when AJ Styles shows up from behind and nails LA Knight with a chair and sits over LA. And AJ says, I accept. Referees have to take AJ Styles off. So AJ is playing the character of attacking from behind, and it's been working well for him. But we now know WrestleMania, AJ Styles, LA Knight is going to be a good match. I'm rooting for Styles. We'll talk about that as we get closer to WrestleMania. Next, United States Champion Logan Paul enters Nick Aldis' office, asking if there will be a fine for the attack last week. Logan Paul wants Randy Orton to apologize because Nick Aldis get in trouble for the promotion. Nick Aldis tells Logan to ask Randy Orton in person. Logan says, you can't even find me an opponent for WrestleMania. Why would I confront Orton? Next, we find out SummerSlam is going to be live August 3rd in Cleveland. We see Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso walking backstage. Jimmy says, little bro, talking big noise. I raised you. Last year, it was me and you. This year, it's me versus you. You want me? Yeet. So Jimmy officially accepts Jay's challenge for WrestleMania. We now have Grayson Waller with Austin Theory versus Randy Orton. During the match, Logan Paul comes out, but Orton gets the win after Grayson Waller jumps into an RKO. After the match, Austin Theory attacks Randy Orton, allowing Logan Paul to kiss Orton and hit him in the face, but then Kevin Owens runs out and attacks Theory. Logan Paul leaves. And Randy nails an RKO to Austin Theory. Nick Aldis comes out and says, were you able to get that apology? Logan, your opponent for WrestleMania, it's going to be Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. So a triple threat match made for WrestleMania. We'll have to see if Logan Paul will walk out still United States champion. Damage Control talk backstage, and Dakota Kai says she's going to break Bayley, and anyone who is sorry for Bayley is stupid. for Damage Control to get stronger, they had to cut Bayley loose. So they explained why they got rid of her, but I'm still excited to see Dakota Kai back in action. Next, we see Santos Escobar defeating Dragon Lee after a Phoenix bomb. After Carlito attacks Legado Fantasma, Santos nails a forearm and takes out Carlito. And then we see the return of Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. He goes for a 619, but Santos rolls out. Rey says, "Why are you running? We were supposed to be a family." And Rey Mysterio is officially back. Next, we have our second qualifying tag match of the night. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeat Pretty Deadly after a delayed suplex. They move on to the finals. And we've made it to our final segment match of the night. We have Bayley taking on Dakota Kai with Damage Control. During the match, Bayley lands a power bomb, but she gets the win by DQ. Afterwards, Io comes face to face with Bayley and Damage Control attack, which then causes the DQ win for Bayley. After the attack by Damage Control, Naomi runs out and makes the save. But they're too much for Naomi, and Damage Control hold Bayley for an over the moonsault by Io Sky. So Damage Control still has the advantage over Bayley and now over Naomi, who is getting involved. With that, we've covered everything at SmackDown. My favorite moment of the night was The Rock's concert. He made me excited for his match against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I'm excited to see what else is going to play out. Make sure if you're checking us out on YouTube that you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay notified when new content is created. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.